Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to take a look at one of the most practical features in Copilot Studio, knowledge sources. If you want your agent to answer real questions from your users using real company content, this is the component that makes that happen. So let's break it down. So, what are knowledge sources? Knowledge sources allow your agent to answer questions by pulling information from trusted content that you connect to it. This is perfect for FAQs, internal processes, policy documents, or anything that's already written down somewhere. Because instead of building topics for every question, you can just connect your content and let the model use it to generate helpful, accurate responses. So as you can see here, you can connect to a variety of systems, including public websites, SharePoint, Dataverse, Azure AI Search, Azure SQL, and even external services like Salesforce or ServiceNow. Once connected, the orchestrator decides when to use knowledge, usually when there is no matching topic, but the model detects that a knowledge-based answer might help. So that's the core idea behind knowledge sources. They help your agent answer your user questions naturally without you needing to build out every detail manually. So next up, I will show you how to configure a knowledge source step by step, and we will test how it responds using live content. So let's jump into the demo. Okay, now let's explore how to add knowledge sources to our agent. In the previous video, we saw how to add a knowledge source. It was a public website, in this case, learn.microsoft.com, but we will add more knowledge sources in this video. So to do that, I can click on Add Knowledge, or I can go to the Knowledge tab, where I can see the list of knowledge sources I have previously added. And then I'm going to click on Add Knowledge. This will open this window, and from here we have the option to upload a file from my PC or select a file from OneDrive or from SharePoint. I won't recommend upload a file directly because this will make this file a static file, right? And we typically would like to continuously update the documents. We won't like to upload every time we make a change to a particular document to upload that again. I suggest avoid doing that and instead selecting a document from OneDrive or from SharePoint. But before doing that, let's explore what other type of knowledge sources we have. A knowledge source in most of the cases is an unstructured content source. So it could be different type of documents, wiki pages, websites, or any type of page that contains typically frequently asked questions from across different topics. So you will see SharePoint as a knowledge source. This includes the SharePoint sites, the SharePoint pages. It also includes document libraries. You have the public website. We already added one in the previous video, but you also have the option to include some structured data. So for that reason, we also have other sources such as Dataverse. So you can include Dataverse tables here, Dynamics 365 or Azure SQL, as well as some third-party knowledge sources such as Salesforce and ServiceNow. If we go to advanced, we will see more options available. So for this first example, we will select SharePoint. And in this case, I will select a file or even a folder that contains files from an existing SharePoint site. Just for you to know, I have created the HR onboarding portal. It's a SharePoint site. I created a document library for HR resources. And you will see here that I have different folders that contains different files. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, select browse items and review the existing SharePoint sites available here. In this case, I'm gonna select my SharePoint portal, the HR onboarding portal, and here in this document library, I see the different folders that contains the different files. It is recommended to select specific folders if possible or specific document libraries, so you limit the content that is used to provide a response instead of ingesting the whole SharePoint site, connecting the whole SharePoint site with data that maybe is not relevant for your agent. It's better to select a specific folder or even a specific file. So in this case, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to this folder, I'm gonna click this folder and I'm gonna select this particular file and I'm gonna confirm. This is basically the onboarding FAQ and I'm gonna add this to the agent. And in this way, we have added our first document to this view. Is ready and I'm gonna do an additional configuration. So I'm gonna click here and then on edit. One important thing when configuring our knowledge sources is to specify a detailed description. You have up to 2500 characters that you can use here. Of course, this description is very generic, and instead I will I will copy a description that I have created previously. I'm gonna paste it. Basically what I'm saying here is that I'm specifying how this agent should use this knowledge source. So I'm saying that this should be used to answer frequently asked questions about onboarding policies, systems, and procedures. And then I'm specifying some sample questions just to provide some additional context to the agent on how the agent should use this knowledge source. So I'm gonna save that, and I'm gonna go back to the knowledge tab. So we have here two knowledge sources. So I think with that we are ready to start testing my second knowledge source by asking a very simple question. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask when do I get access to my work email and tools? And as you can see here, Copilot Studio is reviewing the available sources. In this case, it reviewed content from the Microsoft Learn page and the document hosted in the SharePoint library. And it has created a response for me. Is a detailed response that includes the link to the Word document. So if I click here, this will open the document on SharePoint, hosted on SharePoint. Now let's go back to knowledge and let's try to add an additional knowledge source. I'm going to click on knowledge. Again, I'm going to click on SharePoint, and this time, instead of selecting the specific document, I will select a particular folder that could contain more than one document. So I'm going to select the checklist folder. Similarly, like in the previous case, I'm going to provide a detailed description. So I'm just going to copy a description that I already have here and just paste it. And then we will again explore this description. So I'm gonna add this to my agent. And as you can see here, we have a file and a folder. So if I go back and click on edit, we can review the description here. So this will be used to ask questions related to step-by-step onboarding tasks and responsibilities for new hires. Okay, so let's try again. Let's refresh and let's ask one more question here. So which task should be completed in the first week? So I'm going to send that question to my agent. And again, it will review all available sources, including the website and the document and the specific folder. And based on that, you can see that it has determined that the best source to answer my question is the checklist folder. And in that checklist folder, it has generated this detailed response to me, but it includes basically the PowerPoint presentation that is stored on that particular folder. So if I click this folder, you will see that there is a PowerPoint presentation. This PowerPoint presentation has the details of the onboarding process, and based on that, it includes the details on the first week as well. So based on that, it has generated a response for me in a very easy way. Now you have seen how knowledge sources can power your agent with real, reliable answers based on your content. In the next video, we will take it a step further by looking at how to shape your agent's personality and behavior using instructions, one of the most powerful tools in Copilot Studio. If you're enjoying the series, don't forget to like, subscribe, or leave a comment. I will love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next one.